All right, today we'll be illustrating the macroeconomic concept of crowding out using jelly beans to show the supply of loanable funds market. We have interest rates illustrated through the amount of water filling this cup. The higher the water is filled, the more financial pressure put on borrowers because interest rates are higher. Think water pressure from being filled. We have our households borrowing, we have our businesses borrowing, and we have our governments.
Households borrow for things like mortgages, whereas businesses borrow for things like expansions or wages, and governments also borrow a healthy amount. When people are borrowing, the interest rate rises a sustainable but healthy amount.
Since these jelly beans have been pulled and interest rates have increased to the normal amount, we also see the payment of these loans and the return to increase the amount of loanable funds from each one. But as is happening, new loans are constantly being taken out. It's part of the cycle of these companies. That's why, even though you see one jelly bean going out and one going in, the interest rate has remained the same.
Now imagine the government has to borrow a bunch due to a recession or due to funding large programs. This decrease in the supply of the loanable funds market increases the interest rate.
So now that we've seen that the government pulled a drastic amount out of the supply of the loanable funds market, causing the interest rates to increase drastically, which basically means that the cost of borrowing for all people has increased drastically. Businesses and households, well, they may pay back their loans, they're not going to be pulling out any more. The cost of borrowing is too high for businesses and households, meaning expansion is also inhibited, and thus private investment is drastically decreased. So in summary, or in other words, the same pool of money, which is the loanable funds market, with more competition, meaning the government is pulling way more than they usually do, means that the cost of borrowing, or the financial pressure as shown through the water on investors, is way higher.
Thank you for watching the explanation of our macroeconomics topic, the crowding out effect.